If you're just joining us, we say welcome back to the Now Morning Show, where we are celebrating Blaxx, as today would have been his birthday. Now, to do that celebration, we've reached out to some of his family members, and joining me on set is one of his nephews, Quacy, who actually is an artist as well. So Quacy, aka Jelani Verse, who's going to share some of his experiences and how he remembers his uncle Blaxx. Good morning and welcome.
Hi, good morning.
Thank you very much for joining us, not just because of the hours, but because this is us basically living vicariously through you. You have had the unprecedented experience of having first-hand interactions with an icon of the soil. So first off, who is Uncle versus the Blaxx that we see on the stage? Is that a very different person at all?
The Blaxx that you see on stage and off stage is totally the same, you know, because basically he isn't afraid to speak his mind. He's someone I consider as a very powerful man. Absolutely. His presence and his voice is felt and everything.
So one and the same, meaning that yes, we get that candor, we know he talks his mind, but then you get that same sort of energy and view from him in your interactions at home too?
Yeah.
Same kind of way?
I would say that he's a man of love, and he loves the youth, he loves his art, he loves, you know, performing, and, you know, he's very inspirational. Some of the memories that I would have had with him, I am thankful that I got, you know, the opportunity to perform with him once, and that was very memorable.
Where was it specifically?
This was at a work event in MTS, and more or less I called Blaxx, and, you know, it wasn't you know, something where it is that, you know, it was planned or anything. I just asked him to check me, and he said, yeah, nephew, I'll come in. I'll come in, nephew. And, you know, it's like any moment I was performing and, you know, he came. That year was when he sang Master of Mass. Yeah.
A good year. And in that moment, you're sharing the stage with your uncle, the legend. There must have been things that you've pulled from that experience and others that you now put into your performances as an artist as well. How has he inspired you as an artist?
He has inspired me because, as an artist, because he said that, you know, you want to leave a legacy. And I believe that, you know, in the moment when he was explaining that, you would understand, but, you know, now that, you know, he has passed on, is like something totally different, where it is that you could be driving down the road or doing something, and, you know, you're just hearing his music playing, people singing to his music. Even at the funeral, it felt like, you know, a big celebration, you know, so.
Definitely a legacy that you want to replicate as much. Now, that means that we, of course, will be seeing you in future fets, seasons and that sort. Will we be seeing any sorts of tributary conversations or contributions, rather, from your repertoire as well?
Yes, I would like to dedicate a song, Who Say Party, entitled Who Say Party. It was one of the songs that he would have, you know, inspired or helped me in writing. As, you know, he always said, Nephew! That is, you know, his tone.
That's exactly his tone.
He is like, you have too much lyrics, you know? And he always warned me about, you know, trying to maintain a good vibe and keeping it short and sweet and, you know, hooks, you know, grabbing the people's attention with, you know, hooks and, you know. So I think that this song, Who Say Party, is something very special, as, you know, he would have some involvement in the writing process.
Sounds perfect. We look out for that one. But then tell me off the top, what is one of your favorite Blaxx songs?
My favorite Blaxx song is Life Over That.
Oh.
Yeah.
Lyrically, melodiously, which is the reason?
Sometimes, you know, people would say that, you know, I sing like him when I'm singing that song. And, you know, yeah, it's just based off, you know, of the inspiration and the whole vibe, you know, learning to appreciate life.
Absolutely. Definitely something we can all relate to.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I am little scared to go into this carnival because one of the fets that would start the carnival off is one where we see Blaxx and the band leading things off for that Soca and Mocha, and it's going to be incredibly different.
Yeah.
It's going to be incredibly difficult as a patron, as somebody in industry, and I know that it's going to be difficult for his family, but how are you guys going to celebrate him moving forward throughout the season and beyond?
I don't think it ever gets easy because, there's so much things that, remind you of him, like, especially around the season time, or even out of season when, persons maybe playing his music and stuff like that. It's like, it's just like, yeah, boy, I miss you.
Oh, boy. We definitely share the sentiment, of course, in a different way, you being family versus fans. But if you were to think of one thing that he would want fans to remember consistently, what would you say his message would be?
I would say that it is one thing to have a party swinging, but, to bring people together under an umbrella of love, passion, and togetherness. That is one thing that he would have liked, because it's not just beauty, it's art, to bring persons together and, celebrate one another.
Definitely something he used to do, because no party would see anybody standing when Blaxx is on stage. And if you are, he would buff you until you come forward.
Of course.
He would certainly make it much more exactly unified. Come in, come in. And in that case, what is your tagline? You telling people to come in too?
I would say so, yeah.
All right. So, well, I go to say Jelani, Quacy, a.k.a. Jelani Verse, we are going to support you through the situation as much as we can as fans. We will continuously be playing the Blaxx, whether it be through Christmas or the Carnival season. But where will we find you next?
I would be most likely trying to release a song in the next coming week, the same Husay party, and I intend to keep the consistency, as consistency is important. I know it's some big shoes to fill and, maintain that hard work and dedication, so, yeah.
But I'm sure Uncle Blaxx would have been proud of you as you continue to let his legacy live on through you and through, of course, his music. Quacy, thank you very much for joining us this morning, for sharing with us some of the inspiration that your uncle has given to you and, by extension, the nation. We are at the Now Morning Show, where we are celebrating the life of Blaxx. We continue to celebrate the season and celebrate everything that is here in Sweet Trinbago to be celebrated. Stick around, guys. We have more after the break.